However you voted in the Brexit referendum, we all have to acknowledge that one of the unintended consequences of the debate was the stirring up of hostility against minority groups. Hate crime has doubled in this country in the last 5 years, and there was a surge particularly after the EU referendum. Hate crime is when a crime is committed against the person on the basis of their race, religion, gender identity, or sexual orientation. It doesn't have to be physical violence. Offensive language and harassment or online abuse can also be hate crime. And as Christians, this should matter to us. In the Bible, God's justice is talked about in terms of raising up the poor and lowly. And if we think about who that might be in our society today, it includes people that are vulnerable to hate crime, such as Muslims and LGBT people. We think that all humans are made in God's image, and part of the way that we can recognise this as Christians is to make sure that other groups are not being denigrated by hate speech. Sometimes it's possible to challenge hate crime in the moment that it's happening, but that's not always safe. But it doesn't mean that there's not anything that we can do. Hate crime can be reported to the police, and while that might not always lead to a prosecution, it does allow them to build a picture of what's happening in a community and look at the causes. At St Peter's, we're looking at becoming a hate crime reporting centre so that people can come into our church as a welcoming and safe place to make reports that we will then pass on to the police. And we think this is an important way of witnessing in the community that hate crime is something that matters to us.